Hi all, my name is Nandujan. Today I would like to talk about complex SQL data types. When we talk about SQL data types, SQL Structured Query Language is a programming language used to manage and manipulate relational databases. SQL has several built-in data types to represent various types of data such as numbers, characters, and dates. In addition to these basic data types, SQL also has several complex data types that can represent more complex and structured data. In this section, our major agenda is to discuss about what are the complex SQL data types, common complex SQL data types, examples of some complex SQL data types, and conclusion. Let us talk about what are complex SQL data types. Complex SQL data types are data types that can represent more complex and structured data than the basic data types. So they are typically used to represent data that has a hierarchical or nested structure. Complex SQL data types can include arrays, structures, and nested tables. Arrays are data types which you might already know that allow you to store multiple values in a single column, while structures allows you to store multiple related values in a single column. Nested tables are data types that allows you to store a table within a table and can be used to represent hierarchical data structures. Complex SQL data types should be used judicially and with a proper data integrity and performance, and only when necessary. Now let us discuss some common complex of SQL data types. Arrays. An array is a complex SQL data type that allows you to store multiple values of the same data type in a single column. An array can be one-dimensional or multi-dimensional and can contain elements of different data types. The elements within an array are typically accessed using an index. For example, an array can be used to store a list of products, prices, or a list of order of quantities. Next one, structures. A structure is a complex SQL data type that allows you to store multiple related values of different data types in a single column. Structure can be used to represent an object or a record. The elements within a structure are typically accessed using a field name. For example, structure can be used to represent a custom record with fields such as names, address, and phone number. Next, we are talking about nested table. A nested table is a complex SQL data type that allows you to store a table with a table. A nested table can be used to represent hierarchical data such as family, tree, or organizational chart. XML data type. The XML data type is a complex SQL data type that allows you to store and manipulate XML documents within a SQL Server database. The XML data type can be used to store structured data in a hierarchical format and provides built-in functions for querying and manipulating XML data. JSON data types. The JSON data type is a complex SQL data type that allows you to store and manipulate JSON, that is JavaScript Object Notation, data within SQL Server database. JSON is a lightweight data format used for data interchange, and the JSON data type can be used to store complex and structured data in a more flexible format than the traditional SQL data types. Next one is geospatial data types. SQL Server has several geospatial data types, including points, lines, and polygons, which allows you to store and manipulate geographic and location-based data. Now let's talk about blob and test. Blob, binary large object, and test are used to store large amount of data such as images, audio, and video files. Blob use binary data value, while test stores character data. Blob can store image, audio, video, and other multimedia content. Test can store long text such as blog, sports, or articles. The maximum size of blob or test field is determined by the maximum packet size that the server can handle. Here, we, here, here I have given the syntax for blob. Next, we are going to talk about JSON. JSON or JavaScript Object Notation is a data format that is used to transfer data between a server and a web application. It is a data format that is easy to read and write for humans and easy to parse and generate for machine. JSON can be used to store complex data structures such as arrays and objects. MySQL allows you to store and query JSON data in a column using the JSON data type. Syntax for JSON is also given here. Next, we are going to discuss about spatial. Spatial data types are used to store geographical data such as points, lines, and polygons. It can be used for mapping and analysis. MySQL provides support for storing and querying spatial data, which includes geographic information such as coordinates, points, lines, and polygons. Spatial data types include point, line stringing, polygon, and geometry. The syntax for spatial data types is also given. Now let us discuss some examples of complex SQL data types in action. Example 1. An array data type can be used to store a list of products and their prices. Example 2. A structured data type can be used to represent a customer object which may include attributes such as names, address and their phone number. Example 3. A nested table data type can be used to store or represent a hierarchy data such as family tree. Best practices for using complex SQL data types. Use complex SQL data types only when necessary. In most cases, basic data types are sufficient for storing and retrieving data. Make sure that properly define the structure and constraints of your complex SQL data types to ensure data integrity. Be aware of the performance implications of using complex SQL data types, especially for large datasets. Now let's conclude the session. Complex SQL data types are useful for representing structured and hierarchical data in SQL databases. However, they should be used judiciously and the proper care to ensure data integrity and performance. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.